diariamente en Guacamelee.
Yo.
Can't buy anything from the save points anymore. It's kind of weird. There hasn't been much fanfare for this game. It's kind of sad. First one was definitely one of my favorite, like, modern games. There's not a single big streamer playing this right now. There's a total of 30 viewers, and the top stream has 5. That's pretty bad for the game just launched not even half an hour ago. I'm sure some big streamers will pick it up tomorrow. It is pretty late. But man, this game had such crazy critical acclaim. I thought that there would be more people interested. I had $10 apology money from Amazon for charging me for a pre-order before the game was even out. So I only paid like $5 for this. I easily paid full price. I did everything on the first game. The only achievement I didn't get was beating it on hard, because I just burnt out at the game at that point. But I did everything. I did like the hardest challenges and stuff. The script is still good. Well, Dust was made by one guy. I don't think he wants to put that much stress on himself anymore. I'm kind of worried this isn't gonna do well. I mean, it's just like no one's really interested in it, which is a shame. I mean, it's like far worse games that people go crazy for. I don't know why this doesn't have any interest. I hope things will get better tomorrow. I'm definitely going to check the directory for this tomorrow and see if people are like actually playing it. Games like this make a lot of money off like sales and stuff, so I think they'll be fine. They didn't spend money on stupid stuff like, you know, like anime cutscenes or AAA voice actors. Probably didn't cost them that much to make, but still, it doesn't seem like anybody really cares. I also, like, asked them for a review key, and they never even got back to me, which I think is kind of weird. Like, if they had been a little more generous with, like, review keys and stuff, there would be at least a couple more people playing it, as long as they gave it to people who, like, actually have an audience. I mean, especially if they're, like, an up-and-coming streamer or something, most people won't turn down a free game unless it just looks completely shitty or they feel that it will not do well for them. I mean, I've accepted some games I wouldn't normally buy just because they're free. I don't do it often. I know some people got review keys for this, but it doesn't seem like many. No, it's PS4 and PC only, which is part of the problem. People who have a Switch are like a big part of the demographic for games like this, you know, niche games and stuff. You know, that don't have like state-of-the-art graphics. I'm guessing Sony maybe they did some of the publishing for it or something. But I think that's a pretty big mistake on their part. Not platforming very good right now. There we go. Let's see if anything's back here. Oh, they'll inevitably port it. They're just saying the same, you know, obvious NDA stuff like, oh, you know, it's only on PS4 for now. Obviously they will. They need to do it sooner than later, honestly. The Switch market is, like, getting worse and worse by the day. It's like, so many shitty games on there. No, I just went around in a big circle. I don't think I missed anything. Everyone's porting their stuff to the Switch because the Steam market is garbage. But the problem is there's lots of really bad games being ported, and it makes it hard to, like, actually find good stuff. And it doesn't seem like they were very generous with review keys, so that's probably part of the problem too. I mean, right now it's kind of a lull or a break in like the heavy releases. There's not really a whole lot going on with like AAA games until, you know, maybe like 2.5 months from now. So it probably would have been in their best interest to give like at least some medium-sized streamers some review keys, you know, when there's like nothing else to play, especially if they're like variety streamers or something. Most people wouldn't turn down a game like this. You know, it doesn't look bad, and the gameplay is good. That's enough for most people. Oh yeah, I'm just going in a big circle. I thought maybe I'd miss something. It is, because the eShop is garbage. It's just too hard to find stuff on there. And Nintendo's just like letting any random like bad mobile Unity port be on the eShop, which is just cluttering, making it hard for people to find, you know, more higher quality games. They're doing like no curation on it, which is why there's so much trash on there already. The thing's barely been out for a year. And it's already so much junk. Like, I look every Tuesday and Thursday because that's when they update the store, and there's like a bunch of like obvious like low effort mobile ports that nobody buys. Oh, cool. So there's like a skill tree now. Yo, can I fight Poncho? Where's Poncho? There he is. There's Poncho. Oops. I like how there's more of an incentive to actually get all the extra stuff, because that's like a problem in most Metroidvania games, is like getting 100% is almost always pointless. It's like never really needed to finish the game. It's mostly just there for, you know, completionist's sake. Now here you actually get rewarded for finding shit, which is cool. Like in Metroid Zero Mission, where the only real thing that happens when you get 100% is Mega Wrigley has triple the health, which means he takes like a whopping like 5 more seconds to kill. That's like the only thing that changes. There's nothing in the game to warrant having all that extra stuff. It's cool how there's like actually a... It's the first game I've seen that actually solves that problem. Most people that play these games don't get everything unless they're like achievement hunters. There's just no point. Oh, it's hidden chest over there. Ah, he's not jumping. There we go. That's a shame that no one really seems to care. That's sad, really. I asked them for a key and they didn't even, like, respond or anything. They just kind of ignored me. Judging by the fact that there's like no one like medium or large size streaming it, I don't think they gave out many review keys at all, which is probably part of the problem. You know, people have shit taste in games now, so stuff like this, which is not like a super big franchise, it's harder for people to, you know, buy in on them. They really should have given out review keys. I think that would have helped. I missed something up here. I don't get why sometimes he doesn't grab on. So I have to get used to this mechanic. Oh, okay, you can just do it while standing. That explains it. That's what I was doing wrong the whole time. I like how the platforming stuff they have you doing in this, and I haven't even been playing this game for an hour, is like harder than what they have you doing in like other platformers, like post-game stuff. Like the hardest like challenge in those games is like they have you doing that shit in like the first hour. I'm glad they didn't like dumb it down or make it easier. Aha, I knew there was something up there. I'm not quite sure how to grab that from the wall jump, though. There. Ah, that's super annoying. I think next save point I'm gonna stop, and I'm playing like shit. How are you supposed to make that? It seems like it's just barely possible. Oh, there we go. Game journalist mode right now. It is like 10 o'clock. I don't know how good this game's gonna be with speedruns. The intro is pretty boring. I mean, you can't really go through it quicker. I wonder if they have like a cutscene skip mode or something. The intro is funny, but I could tell it'd be really annoying, like in a speedrun setting where you're constantly resetting. I mean, it takes like a good 10-20 minutes to go through. Jeez, these guys are like a 10-0 matchup when you can't jump easily. Wow, that hitbox! Generous. Damn, this is harsh. You can't even, like, retry. Oh, like a second off. I was hoping the boss was up next, but it seems like it's gonna go a little longer. I'm gonna get to the next save point, and that's it for tonight. Oh, come on! Ah, this goes on forever. something down there. Oh, cool. Well, the costumes don't seem to have stats anymore. That was kind of an interesting thing, but I guess the upgrade system replaces that mechanic. No, I didn't play Nair. I heard the combat in that game was shit, and the story was depressing, so I skipped it. Alright, what can I buy? Okay, the square string being more powerful does not sound bad at all. I'll go for the stamina one next, since that's going to make the platforming, make it a lot less frustrating to make mistakes. Alrighty, that is a good stopping point. I quite enjoy this game so far. I'm definitely gonna play more tomorrow. Sad it doesn't seem to be getting much attention, but I'm sure in the morning some bigger streamers will pick it up. Yeah, the game's been out for an hour and a half, and the highest viewer stream for it is, they have 8 viewers. So there's like not a single like, you know, variety type streamer playing it at all. I really don't know why they were so stingy with review keys. For games like this, you need all the help you can get. I asked them for one and they just didn't even respond back. I mean, I understand you don't want to give out your game for free all the time, but I can definitely see that it would have helped them. I know that there would have been at least a couple like variety streamers that would be playing it right now because it's a free game. There's not really a whole lot going on right now, regardless of what you're into, because the gaming publishers and stuff, they want to put all their stuff out in November, which I think is stupid because like you have like 3 games that do well and then everything else gets buried. They barely put anything big out in the summer anymore. I think they picked a great like release time for this. They just didn't bother to actually interact with the community and, you know, give keys to people so that, you know, people can try it out, stream it, and get other people interested. It's a shame, really. I'm gonna check on it in the morning when I wake up, and I hope that somebody big will be playing it at least. It's sad. I mean, the game is great so far. I haven't had any problems with it. The level design is still good, the writing is still good, the combat is still good, and they've added a bunch of new mechanics and stuff too. It's not just a retread of the last one. It feels like an actual good sequel, you know, not something that was just made to make money. I think if it was made to make money, then they might not even be doing that well, honestly, because there's no hype for it. It's sad. Open a loot box. I'm definitely interested in getting that achievement. I don't know, man. PlayStation Plus and stuff has really made it hard for indie developers because people are conditioned to think that it will be free on there. I don't think it's as much of a problem as it used to be, you know, because it was like literally every like, you know, mid-sized or like large-scale indie game like this would always end up on PS Plus, and people would always be complaining, which I never really understood why. It's like I'd rather own the game than have it tied to some membership I don't use. And people are still conditioned to do that, and they didn't do a good job of like interacting with people. They could have done stuff like a lot of the games that I've covered, like, you know, Code of Princess, like the embargo for that was like, it was really lax. Like I could stream, I could even upload the game. I just couldn't show the final boss, which I thought was kind of stupid. I don't think anybody actually cares about the story in Code of Princess, but that was like the only limitation I had, was I could not show the cutscenes. And I know, you know, I got a little bit of views off that game. I didn't like it enough to keep playing it. It definitely wasn't as much of a improvement over the original as it should have been, but I think that's how you should do it. You know, if you're gonna have like a smaller game like this, like you should actually give it out to content creators and stuff, and maybe give them like a lax embargo, but let them play it before and have people be interested in it. I'm not sure how well it works, but whatever they're trying to do now is, for launch day, it's pretty sad. And you see how many people are playing on Steam right now. I didn't play the 3DS version because I thought the game sucked. I mean, they improved it a little bit. They improved a little bit with EX, but the combat was still just so slow and clunky. I really don't know why they left the combat pretty much the same. They had a bunch of other like quality of life stuff, but everything else was just clunky. I did like all the end game content, and I just stopped playing. You know, the combat wasn't good enough for me to warrant continuing. Okay, so part of the problem, now I understand what's going on. Let me pull up a source here. Now I understand what the problem is. This actually makes a lot of sense. I think maybe things will get better. So the problem is it's not on Steam yet. They did not do a midnight release on Steam. So basically the only people who can play this, I think, are ones that pre-ordered it. I don't know if it's available if you didn't pre-order it. That's what part of the problem is. So that bodes well for tomorrow. So at 9 a.m. tomorrow, it's going to go up on PC. All right, that makes me feel a little better then. I thought it was like out on PC and there's still just like only 30 people watching it. I mean, a lot of the reach and stuff from the first one was because it was, I think it was free on PS Plus at some point, and then when it came out on PC, it was discounted constantly, and it got a lot of really good reviews. So yeah, I'll definitely I'll check in tomorrow when I wake up and see. Anyway, let me see if someone else is on. That would explain a lot, actually, because most of the like big variety streamers don't really game on console unless it's an exclusive, which is the way it should go. You know, if you spend enough money to actually have a decent computer and have like, you know, a 720p 60 FPS stream, then you're probably not going to be consuming a lot of content on console. That's probably part of the reason why it's doing so badly right now. Hey, I got a gift sub to Caleb Hart. That's awesome. Anyway, I'll be back in the morning. I'm probably going to do some of this. Dragon Ball, Closers, and maybe Fire Emblem, but this is definitely piquing my interest for now. I will put up an overview when I get a little farther into the game and I have more powers. I think people are going to be interested in the mechanics because, like I said, they have not done a good job of explaining or promoting anything, really. I mean, the only promotion I've seen from it has been, like, the PlayStation site, and then, like, one video from IGN. Anyway, I shall be back in the morning. Peace.